rims, white show so bummy, ain't nobody out now that can touch us.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. We are from Department of Chemistry and Food Technology, Polytechnic Tun Said Nasir Said Ismail Paguh Muar Johor, want to present our research with a title Effect on Sensory Quality with Different Formulation of Frozen Cucurbita Puri Bread. For abstract, Puri bread is traditional Indian food, but in Malaysia, this bread has also been taken as side dish for raw rice. They are small in size, round, about 10 cm to 12 cm in diameter, and cooked using hot oil before serving. Pumpkins are fruits, orange in color, have a high content of antioxidant, as well as chia seed make it sweet to add in puri bread as a key ingredient to enhance nutritional value. Premixed bread flour is dried in a drying oven with different ratio of pumpkin, 50%, 60%, and 70% for 6 hours. A sensory evaluation with 9 Likert scale was used to see the overall acceptance by mean of consumption compared to control puri bread, which are not added with pumpkin and chia seed. Sensory analysis showed that bread containing 50% of pumpkin powder is the best formulation selected by panel with a score of 7.88 plus or minus 0.84. Mean like very much for overall acceptance by mean of consumption. Egg-trained panels give score of 7.5 plus or minus 0.76 for taste, 5.75 plus or minus 2.44 for appearance, and 6.5 plus or minus 0.54 for color. There are a significant difference in color and taste attribute compared with control formulation. It was found that with the addition of pumpkin and chia seed in the puri bread have gained panel recognition. Puri is a deep-fat fried bread from unleavened whole wheat flour that originated in the Indian subcontinent. It is eaten for breakfast or as a snack or light meal. Pumpkin is a gourd-like squash of the genus Cucurbita. Pumpkin or Cucurbita are fruits, fleshy orange in color and have a high content of antioxidant. Chia seeds are small, have an oval and slightly flattened shape. Seed has a high content of fiber. Antioxidants present in a chia seed are phenolic nature and can be free-formed and bond to sugar by glycosidic linkage, which increase their solubility in water. Therefore, incorporating pumpkin and cucurbita and chia seed in this product would give a lot of nutritional value to human body. For objective, there are two objectives in this research. First, to produce frozen cucurbita puri bread with chia seed, and second is to determine which formulation produce a more acceptable frozen cucurbita puri bread by using sensory evaluation form. Okay, next is a method and analysis in this research. There are 3 methods in the research. First, preparation of pumpkin powder. Second, preparation of frozen cucurbita puri bread with chia seed. And third is a sensory evaluation analysis. To prepare a pumpkin powder, raw fresh pumpkin, peel, cut and wash. Then slice the pumpkin using slicer. Then slice pumpkin, then blanch in hot water for 2 minutes to enhance the color profile. Next, the blanched pumpkin, then dry in drying oven at 50 degrees C about 6 hours. Then the dried pumpkin then grind into fine powder. Second step is preparation of puri bread. First, premix flour, which were prepared containing pumpkin powder, wheat flour, salt, sugar, and baking powder. We have produced 3 formulations, which 50, 60, and 70% of pumpkin powder. Then, warm water and oil were added into the premixed flour. Next, mix and knead the dough. Divide the dough into small round, approximately 50 grams per ball. Next, sheet the dough using noodle maker. Then, molding using a round cutter around 10 to 12 cm diameter. Next, freeze in blast freezer for 15 minutes for rapid freezing. And pack in vacuum packaging and stored in deep freezer. To prepare the puri bread, deep fry the puri until the golden color produced and ready to eat with curry and sambal. This is example of frozen Cucurbita puri bread. The third step is sensory evaluation analysis. In sensory evaluation analysis, there are 4 steps. First, preparing the hedonic scoring form. Second, selection of sample. Third, implementation of sensory evaluation. And fourth, analyze data using SPSS version 23. Sensory evaluation analysis by using hedonic and scoring form test with 9-point Likert scale method, with 1 is minimum to 9 maximum. The analysis was conducted by 8 trained panelists whose specialists in the field was selected randomly. 4 attributes or characteristics were measured, which appearance, taste, color, and overall acceptance. A plate with coded 3 samples with different formulation, 50, 60, and 70%, and 1 control was distributed, and the panelists give the score to the product tested. The data was analyzed using SPSS software version 23 by using ANOVA test. The statistical significance was accepted at lower than 0.05, and the data presented as mean plus minus standard deviation. For result and discussion, from the table and graph, it shows that there is no significant difference among all the formulation and control for appearance. It shows that panelists like all the formulation. However, appearance of bread with 50% pumpkin powder give a very soft, crispy, and puffier than others formulation. For color, there is no significant difference between formulation 50 and 60%. However, there is a significant difference between 70% compared to others. It shows that panelists like formulation 70% according to yellowness of puri bread. It shows that the bread are more dark orange in color. On the other hand, there is no significant difference between formulation 50 and 60%, but both formulation had significant difference with 70% and control. It shows that panelists more preferred formulation 50% and 60%. Means that both formulation had a sweet taste produced by pumpkin. And for overall acceptance, we can see that there is no significant difference for 70% and control and 60%. But there is significant difference 60 and control. From the table and graph, we can see that panelists more preferred 50% compared to others. All the attributes give a detailed aspect in terms of quality of puri bread. And for the conclusion, From the previous discussion, it shows obvious that panels favor the 50% formulation more compared to others as shown to the highest mean value for almost all attributes. Hence, the control formulation too can be assumed as acceptable, even though statistically it shows significant difference to the others, but the difference is not very significant. In terms of sensory evaluation, all the formulations are acceptable to the respondents. That's all from us. Thank you.